Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to my 31 Days of Horror in October, Volume 3, Day 2. Now, today I'm going to be taking a look at Terror Circus. Now, Terror Circus is a 1974 film which runs approximately 86 minutes and is also known as Nightmare Circus, and I do believe The Barn of the Naked Dead. Yeah. Now, this is directed by Alan Rudolph. He, of course, was responsible for Equinox, Afterglow, and songwriter. Now this stars Andrew Prine as Andre. He was in Lords of Salem, Sutures, and Glass Trap. Manuela Thies as Simone. She was in Changes and Buckskin. And Sherry Alberoni as Sherry. She was in Sisters of Death, Cyborg 2087, and some TV. Now, a couple interesting things about this. Andrew Prine actually said that this is the only movie that he regretted making in his career. And Henry Silva was actually slated to play the lead character, Andre, but backed out, and therefore we have Andrew Prine. Now, I wasn't sure what to expect from this one because this got a 3.8 on IMDb, and I actually read a couple reviews, which I don't normally do before I watch this. Apparently, the people who reviewed it had never seen the film. That's the only thing I can, ascertain from that. Because they left out key facts, and it just didn't sound like the movie that I just watched. Now, this has a very simple plot. You have three girls who are driving across country to Las Vegas because their manager got them a job. Not really sure what the job is. I'm assuming it's dancing, but I'm not really sure. Now, after stopping at a gas station and finding out that their thermostat is bad, they take an ill-advised journey on a shortcut through the desert to try to get where they're going quicker. Don't know how they figured it was a shortcut, but whatever. And of course, their car breaks down. And you have Andrew Prine, who plays Andre, who drives up in a Jeep and is more than helpful and very charming. He offers not only to drive them back to his house so that they can cool off so that they don't bake in the heat, and so they have some place to kind of rest for a while. He also offers to tow their car back and fix it for them. Well, Andre's a little whacked in the head, and he actually has a circus in his house. And what I mean by circus is, and it kind of looks like a barn, so I don't understand why the person said there was no barn in the Barn of the Naked Dead, but it kind of looks like a barn, and you have a bunch of posts where there's a number of girls chained in his barn. And he treats them like wild animals. He also actually does have some bobcats and everything in cages, but he treats the women like wild animals, and it's very degrading. And for me to say that I like this film probably sounds pretty bad, but I actually found it kind of entertaining. It's not actually that different from a lot of the stuff we see today, but it didn't really get talked about in the 70s, so I think it was a little bit ahead of its time, in my opinion. Now there is another twist, and it has to do with Andre's parents, but I'm not going to get into that. Just suffice it to say that the payoff is pretty good, in my opinion. Now, do I recommend this? I would recommend it to people who don't mind exploitation films, who don't mind kind of like the torture kind of movies, although this is a little bit light on the gore. I actually had a good time with it, and I gave this one a 7. And that is 7 smashed pumpkins. Tune in for day 3, which is also going to be Slashback. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.